Okay, so welcome to our first video. Welcome to our first video where we are going to be talking about simultaneous equations. We're going to be dealing with simultaneous equations, solving simultaneous equations using the substitution method. Okay, so to those of you who might also want to learn the elimination method, I advise that you subscribe, because soon after just uploading this tutorial, soon after we are done, we are going to be uploading another tutorial on elimination method. The same simultaneous equations, but using another method called the elimination method. Okay, so with that being said, let's get started with the substitution method. Okay, so question one. Question one is saying that 5x is equal to 5 plus 5y. 2x plus y is equal to negative 1. Okay, so let's solve this. Okay, so I want you to keep in mind, when you're dealing with substitution method, the principal thing you're doing is just substituting. So it's clear that the question is saying that x is equal to 5 plus 5y, and it means x is this. X is 5 plus 5y. So there's no need for you to get confused with anything here. So we are going to substitute x with 5 plus 5y in equation 2 everywhere where there's an x. In equation 2, we have 2x plus y is equal to negative 1. So we only have one occurrence of x here. Okay, so we are going to substitute this x. We're going to substitute this x with 5 plus 5y throughout the equation. So 2x brackets, where there's x, we are now putting 5 plus 5y plus y is equal to negative 1. Okay, I hope everyone is with me here. Just hope Apanawanda see. Okay, so we are now solving this equation. Okay, so we are now expanding. 2 times 5 is equal to what? 2 times 5 is equal to 10. 2 times 5y is equal to positive 10y. Then plus y is equal to negative 1. Okay, this is clear enough. Okay, so here it's clear that we are seeing 10y plus y. That leads to 11y. So which means we now have 10 plus 11y being equal to negative 1. Being equal to negative 1. So this is mathematics. 10, when 10 flies across the equal sign, it will change sign. Okay, so it's a positive 10. Ultimately, it will become a negative 10. It will become a negative 10. Right? It will become a negative 10, leaving us with 11y. Negative 1 minus negative 10 is equal to negative 11. So negative y is equal to negative 11. Okay, negative y is equal to negative 11 divided by 11. Okay, so 11 will cancel 11, leaving us with 1 here. So y is equal to negative 1. So clear. I hope this is so clear. Okay, so we know that in simultaneous equations we solve for both variables, right? For both unknowns. So for the moment we have solved for y is equal to negative 1. But the question is saying we have x and y in both equations, right? So the next step we're going to do is now solve for x. We have solved for y. We now want to solve for x, of which x is equal to what? 5 plus 5y. X is equal to 5 plus 5y, right? Of which y is equal to what? Y is equal to negative 1. So x is equal to 5 plus 5. Where there is y, we're now putting negative 1. Okay? So a negative times a positive, it will lead to negative 5 here. Negative 1 times 5 equal to negative what? Negative 5. So x is equal to 5 minus 5. X is equal to 0. We have now solved for both variables, for both unknowns. Okay, so we are moving on now to question 2. Question 2 is saying that y. Okay, let me just underline here. Question 2 is saying that y is equal to 3x minus 11. Then 3x plus 2y is equal to negative 4. It's equal to negative 4. So in every instance where there's a y, we are putting what? We are putting 3x minus 11. In every instance where there's y. So our question goes like this. Since y is equal to 3x negative 11, like this, this is our y, then 3x plus 2y is equal to negative 4. This is our question. So where there is y, since y is equal to 3x minus 11, in every instance where there is y, we are going to put 3x minus 11. We're going to put this term. I hope y is equal to 3x minus y. So in every instance where there is y, in equation 2, we are going to put 3x minus 11. So 3x plus 2y, we're going to substitute y with negative 3, with 3x minus 11. Minus 11 equal to negative 4. Equal to negative 4. 3x plus 2y is equal to negative 4. We substituted y with 3x negative 11. 3x negative 11 in bracket equal to negative 4. I hope you're getting this. Okay, so we're now simplifying. 3x, now we're going to expand this bracket. 2 plus 3x, 2 times 3x is equal to 6x. 2 times negative 11 here. 2 times negative 11 is equal to negative 22, okay? Which is equal to negative 4, right? So we are now doing simplification here, okay? So 3x plus 3x is equal to 9y. 9x, I'm sorry, 9x, 100. Then negative 22 is going to fly across the border, across the equation. It's a negative 22. When it flies across the equation, it will become a positive, okay? So which is equal to negative 4 plus 22. Negative 4 plus 22, we're going to negative 4 plus 22, we're going to end with 18. So 9x is equal to 18. Divided by 9, divided by 9. X is equal to 2. We've solved for x. Okay, so we have solved for x. X is equal to 2. X is equal to 2, right? But solve for y, and since we all in simultaneous equations, we always have x and y. We always have two unknowns, two variables, right? So okay, so since y, according to this is our full question, right? So since y, according to the full question, y is equal to 3x minus 11. So we are now going to substitute 2 everywhere where there's an x in this equation, in equation 1. So since x is equal to 2, we are now ending up with y is equal to 3x 2 minus 11. So y is equal to 3 times 2 is equal to 6. 6 minus 11. Right? 6 minus 11. So y is equal to negative 5. Okay, which means number 2 is done. Our question 2 has been solved. Question 2 has been solved, right? So we are now moving on to question 3. Okay, we are now moving on to question 3. Okay, so question 3 is saying that 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. 3x minus 4y is equal to 5. So this is a bit tricky because it's different from question 1 and question 2 we've done earlier. And so in this question, you're gonna have to be able to make a variable subject to the formula. Okay, so we are using substitution method. We're not using elimination method. But in this question now, we're going to make a single variable subject of the formula. Let's make x. So let's choose equation 1. Let's work with equation 1. This is equation 1. Equation 1 is saying that 2x plus 3y is equal to 6, right? So we want to make x the subject of the formula, right? if you don't know how to make an equation the subject of the formula, by now you're going to fail from 4. Absolutely going to fail from 4 unless you do something. Okay, so if we're making x the subject of the formula, 2x is going to be equal to 6 minus 3y, right? Dividing by 2, dividing by 2. X is equal to 6 minus 3y over 2, right? So 2 into 6 is equal to 3. So x is equal to 3 minus 3 over 2y. So this is x. Forgive my x. So this is x. X is equal to 3 minus 3 over 2y. That's x. So we are now going, I told you, form 4, to kushandisa substitution method. So pese pana x in equation 2 now, we are going to put 3 minus 3 over 2y, right? What is our equation 2? Our equation 2 goes like this. 6y minus 4y. This is our equation 2, right? Paper number 3, equation 2. So 6y minus 4y is equal to 5, right? Is equal to 5. So everywhere there's x, we're now substituting x with this term, since x is equal to this. And so 6 brackets 3 minus 3 over 2y brackets minus 4y is equal to 5, right? I hope you've seen how we reached this point, that we've only substituted x with this term in equation 2. Okay, so we are now expanding this, right? We're now expanding this. So if we're expanding this, 6 times 3, which is 8, 6 times 3, which is 6 times 3, which is 18. 18 minus 6 times 3 over 2y, 22, 1, 22, which is 3. 3 minus 3, which is 9y. 9y minus 4y is equal to 5. Okay, I hope you're with me. So we only need now to simplify, right? Negative 9y minus negative. Okay, sorry. It's 18 minus 9y minus 4y. So I want you to concentrate on this part for the moment. Negative 9y minus 4y is equal to 1. So 18 negative 9y minus 4y is equal to negative 18. Equal to 5. Okay? Negative 9y minus 4y is equal to what? Negative 13. So we are now left with this simple linear equation, right? Anyone can solve for this. So 18 is going to fly across the equal sign. It's a positive 18. Obviously, it will become a negative 18, leaving us with negative 13. And it's equal to 5 minus what? Minus 18. 5 minus 18 is equal to negative 13. Right? So divided by negative 13 both sides. Divided by negative 13. Okay, we know that a negative divided by negative is equal to a positive. Negative sign will cancel, so which means this will cancel. And 13 into 13 is 1, which means y is equal to what? This will cancel. 13 into 13 is 1. Y is equal to 1. Y is equal to 1. Okay, so we are not done yet. We are not done yet. So since we have solved for y, mind you, we are on question 3. There is also an x, right? So this is now easy. Since y is equal to 1, of which pateta x the subject of the formula tawanashi, x is equal to 3 minus 3 over 2y, right? So we're now going to put y in this equation. Substitute y with 1 in this equation. So x is happily equal to 3 minus 3 over 2 y, right? Now y abandoned 1, which means this will remain the same. So x is equal to 3 minus 3 over 2. Okay, anyone can simplify this equation, right? Anyone can. The common denominator is 1, right? Here we have 6, and here we have what? We have 3. So ultimately we are going to end with x is equal to 3 over 2. we are done. So we are done with question 3. We are moving on to question 4. Moving on to question 4. 3x plus 2y is equal to 7. 3x minus 2y is equal to negative 1. Right? Okay, so we want to say we are not using elimination method. We are using what? We are using substitution. So, okay, let me take a blank paper. Okay, that's our equation. So let's make x the subject of the formula in the first equation, right? The first equation is 3x plus 2y equal to 7. Right? We want to make x the subject of the formula, right? So x is equal to 7 minus 2y. And this is positive 2y. If it flies across the equal sign, it will turn into a negative 2y. That's why we have 3x is equal to 7 minus 2y, right? So divided by 3. X is equal to 7 minus 2y over 3. That's x. So we are going to substitute 7 minus 2y over 3 in every instance where we have an x in equation 2. So, alright, so we're going to deal with simultaneous equation 2. Equation 2, equation 1, equation 2, right? And this, so I want you to get this now. So since that x are equal to 7 minus 2y over 3, right? 7 minus 2y over 3. So pese pana x mu equation 3 tiri 7 minus 2y. So in equation 2 yedu tikuona kuti tina, this is now equation 2, tikuona kuti tina 3x negative 2y is equal to negative 1. This is equation 2, and this is equation 2. And so pese pana x tikubvisa x tichisa this 10. And so 3 uyu takumisa paside, 3 uyu ndiye 3 uyu, and x manje takumubvisa takuisa what? 7 minus 2y over 3. So 7 minus 2y over 3. And over 3 is equal to what? Minus 2y pana. Minus 2y undo minus 2y is equal to what? Negative 1. Is equal to negative 1. Clearly like this. Right? So we are now expanding. So, okay, we can see that 3 divided by 3 is 1. And so, happily, we are ending with 7 minus 2y is equal to negative 1. And negative, learn how to simplify, okay? Simplifying is very easy. Negative 2y, negative 2y. So which means negative 2y minus 2y is equal to what? 7 negative 2y minus 2y is equal to negative 4y. Equal to negative 1. Okay, yeah, a simple linear equation. It's now a simple linear equation. So obviously 7 I will fly when I cross the equation to simplify. And so since it's a positive 7, I no jump across the equal sign will become a negative 7. Right? So just negative 4y, So negative 4y is equal to negative 8. Simple like this, right? So divided by negative 4, right? Y is equal to what? So a negative and negative will cancel each other, and so that a negative divided by negative is equal to what? To a positive. Then 4 into 8 obviously is equal to 2. Alright, we have solved for y. Right? So keep in mind, tada solve for, we now want to solve for x. But later x the subject of the formula, we found out that x is equal to what? 7 minus 2y over 3. Right? X is equal to 7 minus 2y over 3. Right? But y is equal to 2. Right? So pese pana y in this equation what takuisa 2. So which means x is now equal to 7 minus 2. We are now substituting y with 2 since y is equal to 2. And the brackets 2 here over 3. So zviri pachena izvi. 7 minus 2 times 2 what? 2 times 2 is equal to 4, right? So 7 minus 4 is equal to what? To 3, right? So we are going to end with okay. So we're going to end with x is equal to 7 minus 4 over 3, right? 4 times 1 akupi 4 we have but 2 times 2, which is 4, and of which pakati pagara pana negative sign. So x is equal to 7 minus 4 over 3. So x is equal to what? It's equal to 1. And x is equal to 1. I want to say 1. 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. 3 divided by 3. 3 divided by 3. 7 minus 4 is equal to 3. 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. Okay? Alright, so which means we have solved for question 4. Okay, so kuzasu nandaisa dziri a bit complicated, right? Number 5 and number 6. And so takupedza number 5 and number 6. Interpret the substitution method yapera. Substitution method yapera. For the next tutorial, we're going to be focusing on elimination method. Okay, number 5. Number 5 and we solve the paper. Okay, so number 5 is saying that 8x plus 15y is equal to 11. 4x minus y is equal to 31. And so let's make x the subject of the formula. And so in this equation, let's use equation 2. You can, okay, so when you're using substitution method, you can choose any equation you want and make a single variable the subject of the formula for you to be able to substitute it in another equation. And so in short, I'm saying that you're not going to choose any equation you want between equation 1 and equation 2. And over make x can y the subject of the formula. Let's say we didn't choose x. Can I choose x? Let's choose x and I want x are equal to 4 minus p, for example. And so pese pana x in equation 1 manje ndakuisa 4 minus p. And let me solve this. So I choose equation 2 in it. I choose equation 2 I'll make y the subject of the formula. And for a change. And so if I make y the subject of the formula, I'll end up with right. So ngatangenda fly 4x kuenda uko, and the negative 4x agaenda across the equal sign achasvika kubva ita negative 4x. And so I'm now ending up with negative 4y is equal to 31 minus 4x. I hope everyone is with me up. And so on this instance now, now divide y in a negative 1. And both sides of the equation. So if I divide a negative 1, y achapezera a positive y. So y is equal to negative 31. Negative 1 into 31 is equal to negative 31. Negative 1 into negative 4x is equal to positive 4x. And so just to simplify, x is equal to y is equal to 4x negative 31. So, and okay, so okay, let me take a clean sheet. And let me take a clean sheet. And so we have made y the subject of the formula in equation 2, and we end Tawanan we ended up with 4x minus 31. 4x minus what? 4x minus 31 like this. And so what we now want to do is we are going to substitute y with 4x minus 31 in equation 1. And this is equation 1. And so I selected equation 2, but I make y the subject of the formula. Then make y the subject of the formula, I ended up with what? With 4x minus 31. And so ndakuno replace y with 4x minus 31 in equation 2. Why do we replace 4x minus 31? Because this equation is telling me that this equation is telling me that y is equal to 4x minus 31. So pese pana 4x minus 31 in pese pana y ndichaisa 4x minus 31 in equation 1. And so equation 1 is saying what? Equation 1 is 8x plus 15y. Ndichaisa y man. And ndichaisa y because 8x plus 15y is equal to 11. of which y is equal to 4x minus 31. So ndakuisa 4x minus 31 is equal to what? To 11. Right? It's equal to 11. Okay, so apa ndakuita expansion, and so 8x means like that, aramba kadaro, plus manje plus ningirikini 15 times 4x, 15 times 4x, so we're going to end up with 60x, and 60x, 15 times 30, we're now ending up with 15 times 31. Okay, 15 times negative 31, we're going to end up with negative 465 equal to 11, right? So 8x plus 60x, 68 equal to 68x, negative 465 equal to 11. Right, this is now a simple linear equation, right? So 68x is equal to 11 plus 465, right? So as we say positive 465, because negative 465 akafly kwenda across the equation, akafly kwenda across the equal sign, and since it's a negative, it will change sign and become a positive, right? So that's why we ended up with positive 4x here. And so we add 468x is equal to 11 plus 465, going to end up with 476, right? 476 divided by 68 divided by 68. X is equal to 476 divided by 68. You see now. Okay, so if you divide the 476 divided by 68, you're going to end up with x is equal to 7. It's going to be equal to 7, right? X is going to be, forgive my x. Okay, so once wasvika apa manje usina pressure, there's no pressure pa Zimbabwe, and so x is equal to 7, right? And saka pese pana x, and pese pana x takuchinja chisa 7 in this equation. Equation ipi, this is the equation yata, this is equation 2 yata make y the subject of the formula. Since I want to value x, I don't want to value y, but it's now clear because y is being said to be equal to 4x minus 31. And saka tangu shika tongoti susta kuti 4 y is equal to 4. Pana x up, atesa x takuisa 7, since x is equal to 7. And so takuisa bracket 7. And then 4x 47 minus what? Minus 31. And minus 31. So we end up with what? Y is equal to what? 4 times 7 is equal to 28. 28 minus 31. And so 28 minus 31, 29, 30, 31. So y is equal to what? 28 minus 31 is equal to negative 3. And question 5 here. Ili form 4 what to 4 marks down. And so let's proceed to the last equation. The last equation is 4x. The last equation is 3x minus 4y is equal to negative 18. X minus 4y is equal to negative 30. Right? So let's make x the subject of the formula in equation 1. And so if we make x the subject of the formula, we will see that x is equal to negative 30 plus 4y. If we simplify here, just to know simple simplification, or just to make it clear, and so x will end up being the, since this is a positive, this is positive 4y minus 30. So above simplification and then I'm going to rearrangement, and simple rearrangement. So in equation 1, but this is equation 1. This is equation 2. So since we've made x the subject of the formula in equation 1, and x is equal to 4y minus 30, and so pese pana x we are going to put 4 minus 30 in equation 2. So pana x equation 2 ndepapi ndeapa 3x. So 3 anoramba akadaro, x manje takumuchinja tichisa what? Tichisa 4y minus 30y, since this equation is telling that x, this equation is telling us that x is equal to 4y minus 30. So everywhere there's an x, we're going to put 4y minus 30, since this is what we're being told by this equation. Right? So 3, this 3, and x takumbvisa chisa 4y minus 30, and brackets 4y minus 30. Okay? Minus 4y equal to negative 18. And wasvika pa this position wapedza mathematics. And wapedza mathematics, form 4 mathematics. Okay, so tada expand up. Please tell me you know how to expand. And so to those of you who struggle and you make something the subject of the formula, I will make a tutorial on that. So substitute and stay tuned. Guys, a tutorial on how you can make things the subject of the formula. Then I think I'll just make a single tutorial, and 1 hour tutorial on how you make a variable the subject of the formula. So that can also chance substitution method. I go mail. And so up at taku expand now. So 3 times 4y is equal to what? 12y. Then it's equal to 12y minus 3 times 30 is equal to 90. So usakangana kuti apana negative 4y yakazvimirira asiri mu bracket, so there's no need to expand towards 4y, and is equal to what? Is equal to negative 18. It's equal to negative what? To negative 18. So there's a negative sign up. My apologies, and so on. And so negative, there's negative 18 here. And so 12y minus 90 is equal. 12y minus 90 minus 4y is equal to negative 18. And so I want you to rearrangement to group like terms. And to group like terms. And so 12y minus 4y. And the grouping like terms 12y minus 4y. This is a negative 4y. So to group, so negative 4y I enter towards a like term. And minus 90 is equal to negative 18. And so 12y minus 4y, obviously we're going to end with what? 8y. 8y is equal to what? 8y is equal to 8. Negative 18, sorry. Negative 18 minus 90. And so tapedza mathematics kana tasvika. And tapedza apa man. Tapedza maths. Because 8y is equal to negative 18 minus negative 90y. And so obviously this is equal to what? 108, right? So let me just take a clear page just for clarity. And so tiri position yekuti position E yekuti 8y is equal to negative 18 negative 90. So there's a mistake here. I mean, ndiani ari smart aiona. And so 90 paenda uku haana kuita change sign, ndi negative 90, but negative 90 here, negative 90 akaenda across the equal sign anosvika achita positive 90. And so which means 8y is equal to negative 18 plus 90. Y is equal to negative 18 plus 90. Okay, so I hope this position is clear to everyone. 8y is equal to negative 18 plus 90. And so 8y is now equal to what? Negative 18 plus 90 is equal to 72. And it's equal to 72. Divided by 8. Y is equal to what? To 9. You are now a happy guy. Our examination. And our examination is mistake. Wapedza ma sports. And so usoro wanyanya wapedza kuma sports, since waona y chete unoda kuwana x. And so alright, we are now going to substitute y with 9 in any of the equation, right? In any of the equation. You want to choose equation 1 kana equation 2. Ndobva choose equation 1. And equation 1 iri kuti, and tiri number 6, equation 1 iri kuti 3x minus 4y is equal to 18. Let me write that down for you. And so 3x minus 4y is equal to negative 18. It's equal to negative 18. So, but y is equal to 9. So, pese pana y takuisa 9. So 3x minus 4, there is a y panapa, takubvisa y tichisa 9, is equal to what? Negative 18. And it's equal to negative 18. So 3x, so 4x, negative 4 times 9 is equal to 36. So 36, sorry, 3x minus 36, no, negative 36 is equal to negative 18. And it's very clear, guys. It's very clear to everyone. And okay, so since tina 3x panapa, I'm very sorry, and so 3x minus 36 is equal to negative 18. And so 36 fly went across the equation, negative 36 fly across the equation, positive 36. And so 3x is equal to negative 18 plus 36. And negative 18 plus 36 is equal to 18. So 3x again, 3x is equal to 18. So if we divide by 3, right? So x is going to end up with what? X is equal to 9 again. And so I hope substitution method was clear to you. We are now left with using the elimination method, the easy one, right? So subscribe, and the next round I'm going to upload the elimination method, and then we'll be done.